Welcome back everybody to this commentary playthrough of Disciples Liberations, and in the last episode we got to Greyleaf and we started to do some stuff. I started to go around and trying to get the bones, and I found out that I couldn't get them all at that point. So we went off and did some other things, spoke to a bloke, an Empire bloke here, who then decided to attack us. As we left, we went to the manor, and I said I will start by speaking to this man, and we will. There, in the swampy ruins, you find a wounded group of elves.
I do not know these men. Let me stand back, lest they be headhunters.
Most are dead or dying, save for one. Through teeth marks are clearly visible across his limbs.
You've been bitten. All of you have. You know what this means.
Of course we do. I've lived 700 years, and this is how it ends. Hunting some cursed grimoire in some cursed wood. No four heavens, no bathing in the life stream, just a god's forsaken second waking.
Avi, we have to do something.
Off with their heads.
You're kind, young child, but there's nothing to be done. Our flesh is our soul's prison. Mortis has seen to that.
Let me kill you.
Forget Mortis. We can end this now if you let us.
Fenrir pauses and looks you in the eye, equally surprised by your directness and your mercy. Eventually he nods and looks away, then gathers his party round. Their bodies subtly twitch and writhe. The changing has begun.
Oh, better make this fast.
Then their muttered elven prayers turn to gibberish, then gnashings of teeth. Kill them. One by one, you silently rend their heads from their bodies. Black blood bursts from their wounds as they fall with heavy thuds.
Ori, help me load their bodies. They deserve a proper burial, at least.
And down they go. Okay. We did skip something, which I want to go and do. The Hall of Souls. We'll go and do this. Ori has a bad feeling about this, apparently. Some text down here. But, I remember this, I think. There's the old bard. In the cell, a familiar sight. Matthew, bard extraordinaire. Shackled, alone, trapped. You are popping up where I least expect you. Well, I suppose jail actually makes sense. Titus. Very funny. Who knew the undead would have such an allergy to grave robbing? You're a thief. I should have known. We hate thieves now. No, but not technically. I'm a bard, but just a very undervalued one, and money is money. That's what a thief would say. Or thief response. No one winds up in jail without deserving it, Matt. Avi, I swear to you on whatever gods actually matter that I tell the truth. Get me out of here and I'll prove it to you. Agreed, we'll get you out. The shackles look enchanted. My guess is that unless we find a key, you're not going anywhere. Ah, I knew you'd be game. The guard should have a key. I'll take care of it. I tell you to stay put, but... Yep. We need to find a key, so we'll do that. And I think once we find a key, we can get into this other stuff as well. There's the key. Die, invaders, die! Can't conquer because it's the key. Right, let's again defer. Belching rot. You can just start. Need to check my units after this battle.
Quickly. Die. Regret later, act now.
The twin moons, red and blue.
All right. Impale. You can just attack. Undead.
Your flesh is too soft.
You're mine.
Just stop him from moving, to be honest. It's been slowed. Let's get in here. And impale.
We will prevail.
Whips.
I go.
All right.
You will be purged.
I was expected to have regain on.
Die.
Let's just get that ice prison on. Right. She can just hit from a mile away, which is quite nice. Not quite dead. We're in resurrections, man.
Die.
There we go. Not so bad. We should get the key now. Protruding from the twitching fleshy wastes of your attacker, a small shining object. You plunge your hand in, grip out a small mucus-covered key. Stay still a moment. I've almost got you out of here. You slide the bony key into the locket, and with a satisfying click, the shackles fall to Matthias' side. He is free. Without pause to think, he happily wraps his arms around you and squeezes a grateful, desperate embrace. You're welcome. Everyone from the lows needs to stick together. Don't mention it. Till the four heavens, as they say. I've been a while since I was able to move my arms. I got a little excited. What were you looting? Looked for a jewel, but only found this. Some kind of key. Never did find the lock. Your plan clearly backfired, but I'm curious, what was your plan exactly? I was in a pub, of course, and overheard tale of a jewel that size of a golem's head. The man telling the story had a map. Luckily for me, he also had too much to drink. He nodded off. The map to the jewel fell into my purse, and off I went. And it led you to the grave, which led you to grave robbing, which led to this. Yep. Where to next? Don't imagine you're staying much longer. Venator, where I intend not to get myself killed. Play a little tune for the troops, make a little coin. You should join me. Venator, I shall see you there. Quickest way to avoid getting jailed again would to join us in the Ilion. I appreciate it, Abby, but as you know, everything other than open road is a prison. When we found each other in the Plains of the Widows, you were working on a song. My opus is coming along, more and less, probably more less than more. But our meeting today will be a verse, trust me. And where there's a key, there's a lock, and I have to find it. To the four heavens. Discover what lies beyond the locked door that matches. Still can't undo these. It's fine. It's a trapped beast, yeah. We need to find where we can unlock this. I can't quite remember. I think it's in this dungeon though. It's the werebeast. There it is. Actually that difficult to find, was it? Plate leggings. Nout. Is that anything? No. Unholy essence. We'll quickly nip back over to the other side as well. Take this fool on. They're telling me I can't skip these battles, which is quite nice. Fur. Gonna move.
The twin moons, red and blue.
Burning. Taunted. It's fine. And ka-ching. I didn't look at my units. You're an idiot, Paul.
You will be purged.
Die and be awoken.
Wow.
Quickly. Die.
Just do that. Might as well come in and kill here.
This wound must one day cease.
Icy prison. So my phone's going ballistic at this moment.
Move out.
Around the back.
You're mine.
It's already paralysed, so... So I'd rather have her. And you. I forget you get bloody brought back to life, don't you? It's just... Let's move you up.
Your beating heart. I must have it.
Now...
Can you
just move
hear
up.
the voices?
You might as well just move up one. There's no reason not to.
Done.
Come, my darlings.
Let's
Your
just
flesh
heal
is
up.
too soft.
You can move up here. Should kill.
I go to victory.
She doesn't hit hard, but she's got the crowd, the CC. She can just hit from anywhere she wants, really. Dead, and oh no, not reborn.
Die and be awoken.
Just impale, get the paralyze up.
Die.
It's fine. Should probably die on this one. Yep. Okay. What is behind the chest? Hidden in the shadows you find a collection of papers clearly torn from a larger volume. The Tome of Mortals. These are instructions, maybe curses. It's impossible to tell. Look here, Avi. They describe rituals for raising each race of Nevendaar from the dead. Read it. Tome tracks arcane rituals dating back from to the fourth epoch, the epoch of Dissidus, in which Mortis was born from the charred corpse of Solinal. It ends in the fifth epoch, the epoch of Roturan, in which the dwarven keeper of knowledge Memnor was possessed by Mortis. These rituals describe how she possessed him and how she spread plague across Alkmaar. Alkmaar, that ancient name for greyleaf. Keep reading. Follows are grotesque descriptions of ritual sacrifice and torture unlike anything you've seen before. The author delights in the agony and mutilation of various species, cataloguing the uses of various bodily organs in various spells. Death comes to us all, but I didn't know how much joy death takes in our suffering. Okay. We've got some leather boots. Nothing to do in there. Right, let's carry on down. Paul, before you do anything, units. Because one of these had regain. You. Quite like that slow. Let's chase him down. And conquer. Do you think we come back here later? Yeah. I know them portals. I've been through them. Say this is the second zone in the demo. Okay. Right, so let's now head up. We've got a new side quest. We can break these down. In the wilderness, you find a dusty collection of strange, almost fleshy papers written in what appears to be black blood of the dwarves. The Tome of Angels. Strange, the entire thing is written in glyphs, like those in Ilion. Read it. Just as in Ilion, you're able to make out the meaning behind the glyphs. The tome's writing is madly incoherent, but it tracks Nevendaar's first epoch, the epoch of Nevendaar, the Thurston formed Nevendaar. From the celestial form, Galleon exhaled, creating trees, and Solinor wept, unleashing torrents and rivers. The spells that flow channel the same magic of the gods. If someone was powerful enough to harness this magic, they'd rule the world. Keep reading. Wotan came next, striking Nevendaar with his mighty hammer, forging mountains and ravines in its wake. Strange, every child in Nevendaar knows the story, but what follows? There are gods here that I've never heard of before. If this is true, Bethresdan didn't build Nevendaar for the High Father, but for his wife. Keep reading. All told, the epoch of Nevendaar spanned hundreds of thousands of years, ending in the creation of the races. Elves, then merfolk, then orcs and dwarves. Finally men, who Bethresdan created along with all lesser animals. Unlike the other races, these last creations were gifted free will. The incarnations here, do these channel the power of the creation? And these glyphs say there were other races, older ones. Servants of the High Father, beings of pure light that chose to be entombed in flesh and living on Nevendaar. Angels. The tome ends with the second epoch, the epoch of Holiantuth. Good God, these names. Yet, here it says that angels did not descend to Nevendaar, they came up from below. What follows is pages and pages of illegible incarnations. The mere act of reading makes you wonder if you're losing your mind. None of this makes sense. If this tomb is right, the entire history of Nevendaar is a lie. Grab this. Grab the gold mine. We've got that. Village of the Second Woken. Got a queen. Let's speak to the High Magistrate. You approach a large band of Vale forces marching north. We march for private matters. Stand aside or be trampled. Choice is yours. The Vale forces walk past you, either too preoccupied or too arrogant to notice your presence. Okay. Some undead minions. Nothing else that way. Okay, let's go to the tomb of Tolkien or Tolkien. Conquer them. Inflate leggings. Look at this. Crit. Tomb, as it's called, a tomb. Guessing pool. And there's nothing that way. I'll take this guy on. I'll take the more gold. And a wicked staff. We'll take a look at these bits of items shortly. Some ritual that's being done. Strange wall. But let's go to the undead minions here. You follow the sound of a humming to the undead. They seem entranced and do not notice you. Looks like they're worshipping something, but I can't see what. You want to get closer. Get closer? I want to see what has their attention. You step closer, disturbing the dust beneath your feet almost imperceptibly. But then one of the creatures snaps their head, then another. Oh good. So battle. Okay. I'd like them to commit first, where possible. Death grip. Right. Two up here.
Stand down.
Don't care about the burn. Oh, he's gone round the burning. That's good.
We will prevail.
Let's just do that ice prison.
I will lick your wounds. Veltagon Hoylentoth.
That. And again.
This suffering must end. I am his vessel.
Strength of the dead. Round 2. Fight.
Move out. You're mine. Ha!
It's just such a good ability. Paralysis is amazing. Didn't really need to do that. She can do that. Soul Drain. That will kill him. Just got the one left to go now, who was pre-paralyzed, so.
Let's move. Here it
And then with the flank, that should be game, set, a match. 164% power. Level 23. Always nice. We'll get another skill point. As the dust settles from the battle, you see what had been the intention of the hordes. It's just a book. Strange. Before you, a book. The sheets of compendium bristle as you approach. Its spine aches and relaxes, opening itself to you. It's a grimoire of sorrows. Ah, it's been long since a living creature approached. The heart, the breath, such strange sensations. A talking book. You're fairly strange yourself. As you muse, you feel your fingers drawn to its pages. Not a book, but a grimoire. I am a chulchkin penned by Mortis with the ink of dwarven blood onto the skins of the elven trees. It was I, the necromancers of Greyleaf, consulted for their grand designs. I should destroy you. You are penned by Mortis herself, then you are threats to Nevendaar and should be destroyed. I am impressively small, thought from an otherwise open mind. Pity. I no more choose my maker than did you choose yours. But you must know I cannot be destroyed, not in my current form. I am but one of 4 parts. Only when united can we be burned. I see the tears along your spine. You've been desecrated somehow. The pain still rings in me. The 3 other tomes were torn from me, stolen and strewn. Until I am reunited, I am cursed to remain here. As an enticement, take this, the proper ritual for the Song of the Uncolouring. The Maidens of the Whisperings will know what to do with it. The book's size opens to reveal a single page, which you fold and put into your pouch. I'll find the missing tomes. Before I decide what it is I'm going to do with you, I'll put you and these missing tomes together again. Huntress of Tomes, I accept this pledge. For it, my mysteries and my fate are in your hands. Why are you being worshipped? These hordes are enamored with you. In Mortis' absence from these lands, her children hunger for her voice. It was in every head, guiding every thought. Then suddenly gone. They worship me because it makes them feel closer to her. How were you created? You're like no book I've ever seen. What do you know of your construction? Each page was hewn from the mandibles of blood trees. My bindings forged from the coiled bones of the worm Nidhogg. My covers the flayed remains of the dwarven hero Yitahalia. My ink is the boiled blood of the sons of Ymir, who Mortis revived only to drop into the stew of my creation. But that is just my physical creation. My words and the power I channel are older than the gods themselves. Why were you torn apart? I don't understand why you're ripped apart in the first place. Mortals fear death, and so seek to exercise power over it. When that fails, and it always will, they'll seek the next best thing, destruction. So it's with that I was torn apart, where other compendiums might be cherished. No matter, now that we found each other. Let's discuss the tomes. I want to talk about the missing tomes. Wanting anything is fleeting and meaningless, save the want for learning. I found the Tome of Angels. In the forest I found the work named Tome of Angels. It was written in the same glyphs as all over Ilion. The same glyphs etched upon your curious armour. Return it to me. You hastily place the tome near Tolchkin, which leaps upon it as a spider leaps upon a meal. Don't get too excited yet. There are still 2 more before you'll be made whole. Found the Tome of Mortals. In the Hall of Souls I found this. It's marked Tome of Mortals. Huntress of Tomes, return her to me. The Tome of Mortals leaps from your hands, releasing a wet gasp from its pages as it presses its body deep into the grimoire. Only 1 more, and then you'll be restored, for better or for worse. What about the 3rd tome? I need you to tell me what you know about the 3rd missing tome. It's the actual one I haven't found yet. The Tome of Abominations compiled the hexes of the Mer people, Solnil's favoured daughters before that goddess death. The tomb grew dark and corrupted, as all things do. It came to be included every manner of horrific Nevendaar house, and Nevendaar houses many. And that we agree, but I need to know where to find it. The Tome of Abominations was ripped from my spine and stolen away to the dark recesses of the demonic Lair Hure. Go find it there. Let's discuss something else. Okay, we're done. It looks like I need to go back to one of the places I've already been. So, yeah. And we also need to go to the Banshee Sisters as well. So there's quite a few things to do. We're at 37 minutes, coming up to 38. We want to go into from cradle to grave as well. And yeah, we'll see what this has in store for us. But thank you very much, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It really, really does help me out. I'm going to be recording another couple of episodes before I have a break. My voice is starting to go. I've been recording quite a lot recently, so just need to keep track of that. But yeah, there'll be some more Disciples Liberation coming your way shortly, and I'll see you all in the next one.